Please, one piece of bread. It was a freezing New Year's Eve night. The doorbell rang, and when I got up to answer it, my 5-year-old granddaughter was standing there shaking. Out of nowhere, I rushed her in and cooked a warm meal. The bread had also been happily eaten by my granddaughter. She eventually had the courage to speak after her stomach was full. That unexpected and disturbing revelation was about my son's family, particularly his daughter, my granddaughter. I am Martha Hayes. My husband died 3 years ago. I retired at 65 and left my part-time job to live by myself on a pension. True, my husband left me enough to get by, but I lived a simple, modest life on the face of it independently. Still, one thing did trouble me. This is why it was for my son, Ethan, and his baby, who had just married and moved out of state. Ethan and his wife, Flo, were getting by on the rent from the apartment my late husband had left. The two then quit their jobs after inheriting the assets. In particular, Ethan hated work and now very much enjoyed the family royalties and ceased completely from worrying about money. I was concerned by their response to my delightful first grandchild, Lily, that followed. My son and his wife agreed that they would really love to have a boy before Lily was born. We might as well raise one boy, am I right? I feel the same. We both made a wish only obtains by true love. Not even when having those conversations did they reveal whether their baby was a boy or girl before childbirth. Were they disappointed that it was a girl? Yes. Something just wasn't right with a visit to my son's house after Lily was born. Grandma, let's play. Yes, what do you want to make happen? Try saying that. Lily laughed a bright, nice laugh, and her clothes were in pleats with hanging threads galore. All hand-me-downs allied. The baggy pants were so huge that they seemed from an era and about to fall down at any minute. Hey, Eden, Flo, wouldn't it be better if Lily's clothes were a little smaller? It's fine. She'll grow into them soon. She'll outgrow them, and it's a waste. Not showing any concern even when scolded. More importantly, Flo, I want that bloody wristwatch back. Well, fine. I want a brand new bag for myself as well. 3. And all the while, they chatted and laughed as if their daughter was not even there. Hey, Grandma, let's draw. Oh, sorry. Except my earnest granddaughter, who I could only play with. Lily was about 3 when the source of that discomfort finally revealed itself. My son and his wife went out one evening when her youngest brother, Owen, was born, so I stayed to babysit for Lily. Lily said, "Welcome home, Owen," then proceeded to tip out a pile of toys and started playing when they walked in, but the couple shunned her and dished up a feast for Owen. "Owen, look, souvenirs. You got all these for me, Owen." It might have been blatant discrimination to an onlooker, but Lily didn't mind a little lack of toys, and before dancing away again, ran to her brother and said a hearty "good for you." But at that time, Eden frowned deeply, bending them several degrees apart, and before I could resist, he continued speaking while shoving her into me. We switched plans to a place we could all drive, and my older sister marched in the room. "Mom, next time do not wear that new clothes, Owen." In that case, I might as well buy Lily some too. But not on new clothes. Lily would be a fool. But if you pay us money, we are all. Aiden got up without even waiting for me to answer and went back over to Owen and Chloe. Because, all little boys are cute. They're all, doesn't Owen fucking look just like my brother in the eyes and everything? Yeah, he really resembles him. I can't wait till he gets older. Kelani at Kelani. I was done with that, and Lily, she heard from her boyfriend, my son, the couple chatting. She loved her brother, and she had said right from the start of their marriage that if they ever did have a child, She would like it to be a boy. Even, too, aged for male siblings from the time he was young, and it was becoming blatantly obvious that Owen had become favored, making the Lily's treatment seem all the more different. I can't let this continue. Finally unable to take my son's family anymore, I made a slip of the tongue. I get it, Owen's adorable, but your kids are not one. What's the matter? He said that quite loudly. Do not escalate things there so quickly, lone echo. Owen will be surprised. But still, I can't let her listen to such talk. Huh. P-A-E-S-E, P-A-E-S-E-S-T-A-A-O-T-H-E-R-F-A-N-I-L-I-E-S-P-U-S-I-N-E-S-S-E-S. That kid we're raising. Lily. That's rude. Flo's right. It's none of your business. Lily and Ethan could be heard with him shouting. It was obvious Lily on the brink of tears. I still had so fucking much to say, but like Lily pawning because her parents were upset with her, I figured it out. Now, if I resist here, they will get sterner with Lily. So I made a home situation in which Lily could take solace at least when she was with me. My feeling countered, but the likelihood of me meeting his family started to lessen over time. What about Lily and Owen? Are they okay? Missing the chance to watch his grandchildren grow up also had Dar Harris feeling quite isolated. Time passed slowly every day, and before I realized, it was New Year's Eve. It was a really cold winter. I remember I had cooked dinner early and be sitting in front of the TV worrying about whether my grandchild had caught a cold that day when around 8:00 p.m. there came ringing on my doorbell. We were not expecting anyone that evening, so I opened the front door with trepidation to an apparently tear-streaked, nearly shaking Lily. What happened at this hour? Pleats one piece of bread. What haunts me to this day is the picture of a drawn face and weak voice asking for bread as Lily, I think her name was, walked right behind us. Even as I looked around, my son's family was nowhere to be found. Is this all she came to my house by herself for? Shocked, I helped her cold body into my house. Lily was already in the living room, so I made a quick hot meal. Lily ate her bread with undeniable glee, the whole while hot tears stung at each eye. While Lily, now sated, relaxed, I asked gently, "Where are Mom and Dad?" Lily's voice was trembling in fear. "Since the third day, they've been on a trip with Owen." "What? Nothing you ate in the time?" "I had some snacks, but then I finished them immediately, and for the last 2 days, I have not eaten anything." The pathetic explanation made me angry. My animosity toward my son and his wife grew. "Well, do you want to know why they left without taking you?" Dad said Mom and him fought about it because, of course, I'm a girl. Feeling this was too much, I tightened my fist. I was hungry and too much oppressed by, "I'm sorry." "You don't have to apologize, Lily." I felt my chest constrict as I watched her shake a little and hear this sweet 13-year-old voice. It rang of apology. Not only that, this wasn't the first time. "They said I wasn't supposed to tell anyone about it," Lily added. But the loneliness got to me. The most grueling of which Lily had to have withstood for a long time. "I don't want to anymore. I want to be with Grandma." Embracing her tiny figure and the bookmarked message, Lily being happy. The next day, by which time my son and his wife were back from the outside world, they dropped in, with Owen to ring in New Year's. "Mom, give me some money." My son asked for this the minute we got into the house. "Owen, come on, greet her." Chloe urged him to, and Owen bowed from the waist as he took the offered gift. Next, I purposely acted as though I was searching for a different gift bag to carry. "Oh, isn't Lily with you?" The ambience froze in one sentence. Chloe paled beside him, while Ethan grimaced. "She's homesick today." "Is that so?" I sidestepped for these and visibly easing up on the tension next to Flo. How can they lie so easily? "Lily has been staying at my place since New Year's Eve, so I had her stay hidden before my son family arrive. I had to have more proof before I could confront my son, who was completely oblivious as well as wife. That is when I moved back in with Lily and embarked on my crusade to punish them. I returned to my son's house on another day. For starters, the present with Lily was out of play. Mom, suddenly what happened? I came to bring Lily a gift. WWLH Lily is out pee-pee playing right and then now. I have to wait until Owen walks in the door, and then I can slip out. Is it okay if I come in? I overlooked a nervous son and his wife to step into the house, handed Owen some nuts I had brought him along with my presents, then took my leave. I phoned my son 2 days later, claiming I wanted to talk real estate with him. Ian and Flo showed up at my house with Owen without question. Is it your way of handing over some property to us that we will inherit from you while still alive, Mom? That would be a big help. Thank you. Even without me saying anything, the two of them were already excited by themselves. Wait a moment. What on earth are you two yapping about? Huh? You said we were going to talk about RELESTATE. There's a conversation about real estate later, but first I gotta know whether they were eager to hear about fast-tracked land gifting or not. They certainly appeared impatient. I called the pair out. Where is Lily? Exactly. I had helped Lily only 2 weeks ago, and there was not a trace that the twosome were trying to track her down in the meantime. Dolly, well, that is, she's not feeling very well, explained her. You don't have to lie anymore. Nevertheless, the pair sought to pull one on me, and I took that video out. My son and his wife were toasting Lily's removal in that video. Glad Lily is out, gushed Aitan and Chloe. Owen now can get all the money, and they anticipated my inheritance. They laughed with each other. Even if you know Lily is missing, there isn't anything either of us could say. H, how do you have something like this? Well, I secretly installed a spy camera while visiting my son at home to offer them as gift. Fast forward 3 days, and with the pretense of having left something behind, I visited my son's house again, and then took possession of that camera. I needed receipts, and I could hardly believe that they both had such a conversation on tape. But what really got under my skin was how the two of them talked about Lily like she wasn't somebody who didn't exist. I paused the video and started to speak slowly. How can you behave about your child who is now missing? Are you even parents? Lily took off and never reappeared. It's not our fault. Yes, we thought that way. It is going to be natural not taking her on trips every time. Ethan's eyes enlarged as I murmured, What? How do you know about that? Lily told me. Huh? Is she? With you, Mom? Yes, bitch, she came to me for help, and here alone. Lily is not something I am going to give back to you. I will keep her and I will raise here. The two of them bust into a broad smile upon hearing my declaration, and they light up with happiness, appearing as if dancing. That's right, that's good. We're covered with or without Lily. Oh ye, nothing we couldn't do without her anyway. All I could do was wonder how rotten he had gotten on the inside, but my boy's face stirred a smile in me and then sent this fucking stack of papers sliding across his table. The sound of that was beautiful, and prompted by me, he spread out the documents very reluctantly before taking them, and his eyes froze on spot within moments because all color vanished from his face. A notice for them to vacate an apartment the son and wife were renting out was what it was. In fact, my husband and I had rented that apartment to begin with, so it was filled mainly with people who knew me from living there over a long period of time. I would go see each of them, and they kept telling about the unhappiness with my son's couple now running things. How many times I introduced my properties. Huh? You are alone doing what? The fuck? You raised the rent, right? A lot of people were unhappy with that, and they said if there's something nicer, we want to move. What? We completely renovated earlier this year to increase additional income from rent. We even took a loan for it. Chloe, who was next to him, started up in defense as my son had his head. Hey you, what's going on? Your father said everything he had was yours. And a lending loan of some kind. Eden must have been lying, and a brief search online will reveal that Ethan Leak always has boasted. He also kept the debt a secret as well, was toward rational. My mother's finances are going to end up in my hands anyway, so it comes out the same way. Fine, keep your inheritance for all I care. Wait a minute. If the apartment doesn't rent out, then we have to starve. Because you quit your job. Our connection ends here. Live with Flo from now on. I snatched that pile of notices away with my disinheritance and gave a cold eye toward the begging cry from my son. I already have a lawyer looking into Lily's situation. I don't mind going to court. Okay, you can have Lily, then Mom. So give me money in return. That's right, you give us one that is just enough, so we won't have to work too hard for a while, and you get this kid. What are you talking nonsense? And neither of you is able to pay. You will face my wrath because what you did to Lily. I am suing for everything. I gave my son and his wife the boot in no uncertain terms. My lost granddaughter peeking inside the room I lived in. It's okay now. Well, let us carry on living together, Lily. Grandma, thank you. Strong arms wrapped around me as a happy Lily snuggled into my side, and I hugged her back. And by the end of it, my son and his wife spent their next 3 days arguing about the $20,000 I demanded in reparations and repaying debts incurred during renovation of apartment. The sudden exodus from residence left the two financially strapped, with little or no cash flow, and both having to do menial day labor for a living. On the flip side, I am now able to cherish my granddaughter. Evan and Flo agreed to a schedule where Lily meets Owen at play dates 3 times each month. No more of the introvert Lily. Now she is fun and bubbly. My happiness is that I can see